Hi, Amin. Hi, Fazida. Hi, Ipa. Okay, Ipa. You got all the time in the world now. All right, are we ready? Can I have a round of applause, please? Thank you.
Oh, quite a crowd today.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and a very good evening to all my familiar faces around here, new faces I can see, and then thank you for your time to watch our small and short discussion panel about underwater macro photography in Malaysia. All right, my name is Amin. Again, who never know me, my name is Amin. I'm the the owner. No, I started the brand of Lumak Selakan 5 years ago. So this brand owned by us, crew of Lumak Selakan actually, because this brand cannot go out without their hard working and without you guys. Both of them is my close friend actually. And before that, let me introduce you again to my to my left, the lady is Jade. I call her Jade. It's Fazida Jade. And then Ipah Uit, Ipah UID.
Apa khabar semua?
So, guys, 5 years ago, 2019 is the first year I joined Mighty as an exhibitor. That time, as I remember, nobody talked about macro. Nobody talked about underwater macro photography. It's like most of the people, most of the divers, most of the camera owners, they will go to Indonesia or to Philippines to do underwater macro photography. So when I started Lumak Selakan 5 or 6 years ago at the end of 2018, like I shared this morning, my main mission is not underwater macro photography. My main mission that time is I have an enterprise and to develop the community, the village, the island around me together. Right? Along the way, I met great friends, like them and all of you guys. Slowly come and support me, and slowly we discover that, wow, Selakan Island, Selakan, nobody knows about Selakan Island before, let alone about Lumak Selakan. Because people go to Mabul and Sipadan on the right side, my place is on the left side, So I have to work like triple hard to invest a lot to bring people to my island, okay? So along the way we started, and then we focus of our niche market to make Selakan Island as a underwater macro paradise. Okay, I still remember a few years ago I have some short session on stage in Singapore. I said if Indonesia have Lembe, Philippines have Anilao, hopefully someday we Malaysian will be proud we have Selakan. That is my mission a few years ago. I shared that thing. So before we go to Jade and Ipa, all right, along the way, I and my crew, me, Zol, Osman, Nathan, Imran, Iqbal, if you still remember, Basay with us. We don't really know how to provide, because first thing they wonder to us, why people go to Indonesia? Why people go to Indonesia? Malaysian photographers go to Indonesia to shoot. Why don't they shoot in Malaysia? Is Malaysian water really don't have macro stuff? So during my searching of this, I found out like, oh, it's not that we don't have macros, but market that time focusing on the non-diver things, and then we don't really have spotters that dedicate their time and dive to go and find these things. And then most of Malaysian prominent photographers, they don't go to this place and then they do not shoot in Malaysian water. So that is why I have people like Jane and Ipa to help me to shoot around Pulau Selakan and spread around about what we have to offer in Pulau Selakan. All right, and then along the way, I emphasize on the diving services. You know, we will share. Both of them started as my customers, now become close friends already. All right, so I do like dive center services. I do like I segment. I make the service like not in general, but I do dive center services, boat services, underwater services, and after dive services. All these, all four, I break down. The diving services, I break down to 4 elements, so that my crew can focus. Okay, at the dive center, what we must do for our customers. On the boat, what we need to do for our customers. Underwater, I want to share some fun story about Zaf. Can I share it? You know, one of our customers, few years back, go night dive with us, you know. We found like a lot of beautiful nudibranch and everything. He forgot to bring his camera. But everybody already back row, you know. So what happened? He just followed us, continue diving, you know. And all of a sudden, the camera come. My guide come approach him underwater with his camera. So I want to, to the extent of our services. But actually, my crew call the dive center and find another boat, bring the camera, send it to us. He wait on the boat, take the camera, bring it down, and give to Abang Zaf. So this guy jumping in the water, you know. What I want to share is that kind of particular cerewet details about the services in our place. Not to tell you our place is great, but my mission is to bring up the diving services in Malaysia. You know, the diving services in Malaysia, to step it up so that our people want to dive in Malaysia. So, okay, now I want to go to Jade. But before that, Jade already prepared a short video for us. So, are we ready for the video? You need to increase the volume, hopefully.
It's going to be a nice video of Luma Selakan, this one. So you guys will enjoy it like nicely. Oh, for sure.
This is video prepared by Jade. He is not a professional videographer.
Sorry. So, can you replay? We need to have the volume first. You have to start again, please.
What do you do when you find paradise? Do you keep it to yourself? Or do you share it with the world? They say paradise is a place of contentment, a place of extreme delight and everlasting bliss. I found paradise, a macro haven, a treasure trove for macro enthusiasts. I found paradise, where dragons roam, where ghosts come out to play. Where butterflies glide. where frogs yawn, where horses are tiny and shy, where shrimps are hairy, where squids dance, where cuttlefish walk, where mandarins are not oranges, where blue rings are deadly, where pugs are not dogs, where candies are not sweets. I found paradise, a safe nursery for the young. An ideal place for spawning. I found paradise, away from the crowds, where the rustic abode heals me and inspires me, where the crew is just like family, where the sunrise gives you hope, where the sunset melts your heart, where the rainbow makes you dream. I found paradise on an island in Sabah. I found paradise in Silakan. What do you do when you find paradise? Do you keep it to yourself, or do you share it with the world?
Okay, thank you very much, Jade, for the video. So, Jade start coming to my place right after the MCO. Ipa also right after the MCO, all right?
3 days after MCO.
So, Jade been diving for 20 years, been everywhere almost. You tell her any good place for diving, she will be there soon. So this is Jade. I never know her before. I only know her name, you know. And then she started to come to my place, and then every a few months after that, she still keep coming with her friends. So I would love for Jade to share with us because this is important for a dive center to pay attention to what quality that you're looking for, so that we can be prepared, we can be better, so that I want people like you that keep coming and diving with us in Malaysia. Please, Jade.
Okay, thank you, Amin. Assalamualaikum and a very good afternoon, everyone. Okay, I first came to Luma Selakan, I first knew about Luma Selakan in end 2018. I first visited Luma in March 2022. So there's a gap because of MCO, and of course because Luma was always full back then. So I have traveled to several places in Southeast Asia. I've been diving for 20 years. So of course there are certain qualities that I look for in a dive center or even a dive resort. Yeah. One of it, because I love macro, I take macro photos. So usually I go to Indonesia and Philippines because I didn't get the satisfaction previously while diving in Malaysia. Okay. So one quality that I look for is, of course, very important, very critical, is the spotter. This is key to all dive centers or even dive resorts who offer macro photography services. So you need good spotters who are familiar with photographers who take macro photos, so that they are able to teach you or guide you where to go in terms of the lighting, in terms of the composition, and also for them to spot. Of course, I mean, if you don't get the nudie ke apa ke, how can you shoot, right? So you need them to spot for you, unless of course you can spot yourself lah, right? So one, of course, we need to have good spotters for the dive center. And second, I have slip disc problem, okay? I've got C2, C3, L2, 3, 4, 5, S1. Yes, it's a long list. That is my slip disc. So I cannot carry my tanks. What I do is I jump in the water, I wear my equipment in the water, I take them off before I climb the boat. So I need the service where, you know, whether the boatman or the dive crew is able to actually assist me in, you know, putting my equipment in the water and also taking it out when I go up. So these are the extra service that I need, okay? And second, of course, third, of course, you need, in terms of the resort, I don't need air conditioning, of course, because I just go for diving. It's a plus point if they have it, but it's not required because I would spend the day diving. It's only at night that I come back that I need to use the room a lot. Yeah, so I need comfortable rooms, enough points for me to actually charge my batteries, my camera, whatnot lah. So I need also, because I have diving equipment, because I have photography equipment, I need to have tables in the room for me to put my stuff and so on. Yeah, and then in terms of the diving boat, of course, I need it to be where they are able to actually take care of my camera equipment. Yeah, instead of, you know, sometimes I dah lah slip disc, nak angkat tank tak boleh, lepas tu nak angkat kamera lagi kan. So of course these are additional services lah. These are plus points that a dive center can offer for you. Yeah, and of course finally, I mean, after having dive apa semua dah habis your trip, it would be so good if the dive center crew can wash my equipment. Nobody likes to do this, okay? Even you divers, you don't like to do this. So of course these are additional services that I look for when I go diving to any destination, not just Malaysia. Okay?
Thank you for the sharing, Jade. So again, some secrets that I can share with you is, before I started Lumak Selatan, I only dive in only a few places, you know. And I dive a lot in Sabah, and I dive a lot on my island, Pulau Selatan. So before they came to my place, I don't really pay attention on this. But I'm so grateful. I have my buddy with me, Zol, and the crews that pay attention to all these things. Then we start slowly understand what customers want. That's why I always share with the fellow divers. If you want to dive, you deserve this kind of services, you know. And then when I have the opportunities to meet fellow operators, I will always try to talk to them about diving services. You know, we don't go for cheap dive. We don't go for, you know, diving is not a competition, you know, and we know diving is costly. So, thank you, Jade, for sharing that kind of things. Now I have Ipa. So Ipa is he's a superstar photographers, brand ambassadors. So Ipa, can you share with me what do Lumak Selatan on Selatan Island have that we can offer to you, to the macro photographers, so that they can come to our place, dive with us. Please, Ipa.
Hello everyone. Okay, my name is Ipa, and I think Amin gave a very good question. But I cerita sikit nak tak hari ni. So dulu when I met Amin in Lumak Selatan, we heard about this place, this small island, but we didn't know what it was about. That was in 2019, before COVID. There was this one small booth, and inside this one small booth, there was like, banyaknya gambar makro. I'm like, ini tempat apa ni? So we wanted to go there. Tiba-tiba nak pergi, tutup MCO 2 tahun. So I was like, alah, I gotta wait for so many years. So as soon as MCO was lifted, within 3 days MCO lifted, I went straight to his place. Sebab dah kemaruk kan, 2 tahun tak diving kan. So I was like, oh, it's a macro paradise. So on the first dive, when I actually went inside there, and I'm like, I masuk dalam dengan my husband, I started shooting. And Zul was actually guiding me at that time. Zul is a very good spotter, I tell you. Mata dia debu pun boleh nampak. So he was showing me everything, you know. And you know, people who dive with me always know, Ipah kalau dia shoot pun 2 benda je masa tu. Lebih tak ada. Ini guide tunjuk sekali 10-20 benda. I naik atas boat, I look at my husband look at me, and they go like, what just happened? Everything that I was actually looking for the past 10-15 years, all those rare critters down in Philippines, down in Indonesia, was all centered at this one small place called Selakan Island in Luma Selakan. It was just nuts. And after that, it became an addiction. Every month I went there. Because you know why? Every time I went inside the water, I started seeing so many new things. And I told my husband, lepas ni dah tak payah pergi jauh-jauh dah. Dia boleh pergi Selakan aja. Naik kapal terbang pun 2 jam dah sampai. Betul tak? And then when I went there, I still remember, Amin did not tell me then. Masa kita sampai sana, the day before dia sampai, boat tenggelam. Boat tenggelam, okay? Dia tak berani nak cakap kita, tak tahu mana dia sewa boat masa tu. I remember that. Is that true, Amin? So we went there, couple months later, baru dia cerita, we were like, oh no, you know. And the service in Selakan Island, I tell you, it's really fantastic. Because when I went there, like Jake, kalau Jake dia ada sleep disc problem, Ipah lazy diver. I kalau boleh, I nak orang semua angkat barang I. Because you have seen, I think most of you that came to my show have seen how big my setup is. That's my setup. So I have the boys helping me carry on the boat, you know. And I get these small services that for me is very, very important. Because I want to have time to concentrate inside the water. So when I actually started doing that, it became apparent that a lot of people was already watching Selakan, especially on the international side. And they were like, hey, this small island basically has everything that other countries have. Well, why are we going everywhere? And now I nak masuk Selakan pun I kena telefon, Amin, ada spot tak nak masuk? That is how full Selakan has become. This is how tremendous Luma Selakan has become. It's an incredible journey. And the service, I tell you, TikTok. I come up from night dive, I dapat ginger tea, okay? Mana nak dapat ginger tea? Oh, air sejuk keluar, hot towel on my face. Small services. For me, I am so proud of Luma Selakan. One is because I saw them grow. From the tiny services, it has become like a, you know, where 5-star services, 5-star punya resort are serving it. Now Luma Selakan is doing it. And this is the attraction that Luma is calling people. Makro tu saya kata lah, you see our pictures, you already know. Bila nak pergi dive lagi? Benda macam gitu. So I hope, like in the future, that we get to carry Luma Selakan at this height. Because I know Malaysia has so much potential. So I hope you guys will come to Luma Selakan and see how good the macro is over there. Am I right, Amin? Okay, I will leave it up to Amin now.
Thank you, Ipa. Thank you for the sharing. But this is the thing that I learned along the way. I learned from my customers. You know, they teach me a lot about safety, about what they want, what they expect from a dive center. So now, Jade personally have a experience about a few magical things that she would love to share with you guys.
Okay, now I understand that some divers actually pay good money to see coral spawning. So in the video just now you saw some coral spawning, right? So I have been fortunate, I have been lucky to witness this several times, not just a few times, several times in Selakan during the months of November up to February. Of course, this is a sporadic pattern lah. We don't know exactly when they spawn and so on. But this shows how healthy the reefs are in Selakan. So it's not just one type of coral or the Acropora. We've seen several types of corals that are spawning. Yeah, and also we see, you know, nudibranch with eggs and so on, Belibe Komani with eggs, you know. So Belibe has been so common in Selakan, we now call it nudi longkang. So nudi longkang for Belibe Komani, I know lah. So, okay, so Selakan Reef is very healthy. It's a good place for the critters to actually grow, for them to actually expand, you know. So if you have the chance, no, because like I said, people actually pay good money to see the coral spawning. But here in Selakan, you come, do night dive, do not miss your night dive, please. This is very important. Do not miss your night dive. If you are lucky, you get the chance to actually see the coral spawning in action. And this is very, very magical, I tell you. Thanks, Amin.
Thank you very much, Jade. So guys, this is the thing that I would love if we, the operators, slowly we can improve our services so that we can deliver a better services to the, because this toothless is very fussy actually. They are seasoned diver, they've been dive anywhere, almost everywhere, you know. So before this, I will share with you, before they, like 2 years ago, before they arrive at Lumak Selakan, my guide will study who are they first. Yeah, we have to do that. We have a small meeting. Wait, Ipa is coming, Jade is coming. Who is Jade? Oh, Jade is this. So what we should do? So we slowly check our everything and we take it very serious, you know, because we are a small dive center, very small dive center, but we aim very high, you know. We don't have so much fund to invest, so we utilize our services. So we make the customers, because the customer that come to our place feels like we are friends, you know. So our booth is there. More of people who stop by at our booth is there is our ex-customers, which is our friends actually. So this is the thing that I would love to see the diving industry in Malaysia growing up to be. We've been about 40 years already in the diving industry. So the customers deserve something better, and we should, as an operator, we can offer something better to them. So again, sorry Ipa, I forgot about this. Yeah, Ipa got something to share with us.
I got something to share because you see, all this while, people has been talking about Luma is all about macro. Luma, macro, benda kecil, benda besar. Tapi as a photographer, I always want a variety. And you know what I find interesting about Luma Selakan? One, yes, is the corresponding. You know, number two, you get all the macros in the world. Number three is the wide angle. MashaAllah, I tell you, the corals there are so healthy, soft corals, hard corals. It's actually a haven for wide-angle photographers because you know why? Everything is shallow. So when everything is shallow, everything is comfort. And I actually enjoy doing my wide-angle photography there.
Thank you,
Yes,
Ipa.
that's right.
So guys, thank you very much for your time. Ben, I'm sorry I take a few minutes of your time. Hopefully guys, we can see you again. Keep diving, do not stop diving. Go diving. There's a lot of dive center. Go and purchase your dive package everywhere in here.
Go buy camera.
Keep diving so that we can grow. You can gain more experience and more fun in scuba diving. Guys, see you again. Thank you very much.
everybody.
Assalamualaikum.
Bye.
Waalaikumsalam. Thank you, Amin. Thank you, Fazida. Thank you, Ipa.